How could the story of Noah's Ark be true? Noah would have to have freshwater aquariums on his boat, running filtration systems. How could that possibly happen?
Well, that's an excellent question, and I don't know the answer, but I'll give you some thoughts to consider. Uh, First of all, we have over 300 flood stories from the ancient world, from China to India and every ancient Near Eastern culture you can imagine, and they're almost all very similar. 8 people on board a boat. Animals are brought in two by two. Birds are released from the boat. Cataclysmic flood. When we see sort of anthropologically, sociologically, that many cultures with a shared myth, then of all ones to believe in, one they may think that's hilarious, or Noah's flood. Of all the ones for this person to choose, that might be the most credible, because when we have all these cultures who share this common idea, that tells us that that's probably an event, a cataclysmic flood happened in the ancient world. You could argue whether you thought it was universal or regional, I suppose. And animals were rescued. You could argue whether it was all or part or some, but there's some core event that happened there in the ancient world. Now, how does he care for all of these animals on board this giant ship when it's never rained before? Okay, and I said earlier, joking, that Noah was a conspiracy theorist until it rained, of course.
Right.
Then he wasn't really a conspiracy theorist after that, because it had never rained before. And so he builds this massive ark. It has multiple levels in it and all these, cages or compartments, if you will, within it. All right, I can only assume, and I cannot prove this, nor can I disprove it, but my assumption is that uh, babies were brought on board, not full grown,
Baby animals.
baby animals, not full grown ones, and that God probably caused them to go into hibernation, as almost all animals, I think, will hibernate or sleep. Especially God can cause them to fall asleep, just like he caused Adam to fall asleep. So if you have little animals and they all go to sleep, when a bear is in hibernation, he doesn't need to be watered or fed. And so perhaps they got one good meal and then went to sleep.